Here's the solution to Day 4, Problem 1. Xavier is enlarging a digital photograph on his computer. The original photo is 2.5 inches by 4 inches. If he enlarges the dimensions by scale factor 1.5, what will be the perimeter and area of the new image? So a quick sketch to help us visualize what's going on. Here is a sketch of a photograph, and it's 2.5 inches wide and 4 inches tall. Now Xavier is going to transform this photograph, and what's he doing here? He's enlarging it by a scale factor of 1.5. And so the transformation involves timesing by 1.5 to create a larger rectangle-shaped photo. If we multiply these dimensions by the scale factor 1.5, that'll get us the dimensions of the new photo. So let's do that. 2.5 times 1.5. .5 times 1.5, enter. 3.75. Alright, now the height of this. We'll take the original height 4 and multiply that by 1.5. And that is 6 inches. With these new dimensions, we can find the perimeter and area of this rectangle. So let's start with perimeter. To find the perimeter of any rectangle, take 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. So that's going to be 2 times 6 plus 2 times 3.75. Two times 6 plus 2 times 3.75. 19.5. Let's get the area of the rectangle. How much space will it cover? To find the area of a rectangle, length times width. So 6 times 3.75. $22.5. And area is measured in square inches. Now, Day 4, Problem 2. Question A, -4 plus 18. This is an adding problem involving positive and negative numbers. This number is negative. This number is positive. These do not have the same signs. So when we add these numbers that do not have the same signs, really what's going on is a subtraction problem. It's almost like having 18 plus a -4, or 18 take away 4. That's 14. Question B, -3 subtract -7. One way to do a subtraction problem that involves negative numbers to make it a little easier to visualize what's going on is to rewrite the question. So let's rewrite it as -3 plus, and then change this number to +7. So we have the question -3 plus 7. This is a lot like this first problem here. Well, it's not 3 plus 7, which would be 10. It's not -3 plus -7, which would be -10. It's the case of adding numbers that have different signs. So let's subtract these numbers. A 7 minus a 3 is 4. Question C, 1/2 plus 2 1/2. Well, this is a fraction. This is a mixed number. Making this problem easier to do, the fraction parts have the same denominators. So it's all set to add up right now. 2½ plus this extra half would take us to 3. Question D. What is 2/3 of 21? 2/3 times 21. If it helps, you can put a 1 under the 21. Any whole number can be changed to a ratio by putting a 1 in its denominator. That might help keep the tops lined up and keep the bottoms lined up. It's not necessary to do that, but it helps sometimes. And then we can multiply these together. 2 times 21 is 42. 3 times 1 is 3. But then we need to be worried about whether 42 divided by 3 reduces. And it does. 42 divided by 3 is 14. Now, what if you didn't know that? On this problem here, 2/3 times 21 over 1, it might have been easier in the long run to do any reducing first. For instance, the 3 in the denominator can cancel with the 21 in the numerator. They both divide by 3. So 3 divided by 3 makes 1. And 21 divided by 3 makes 7. And now when we multiply, it might be easier to understand why it's 14. 2 times 7 is 14 in the top, and 1 times 1 is 1 in the bottom, but 14 over 1 could just be written as 14. Either of these is fine. They get the same answer. One of them might be faster for you than the other. It's your choice.